Hi to all double tappers. Shaun, you asked for experience in using Voice Dream Reader. I was going to contact you anyway about the app in the context of your discussion on reading newspapers. I've used the app since it was launched and continue to use Voice Dream Reader since the subscription debacle for the RNIB newspapers and magazines, but no longer use it for reading Daisy audiobooks as its cloud sync service seems to no longer work. The process for getting the text files into VDR is somewhat clunky, but I still use it, as the ability to navigate by heading is so useful once the publication is open. The app also has decent search and bookmarking options, along with a usable foldering system. The headings function allows me to skip through articles I'm not interested in. I think the app is still good for those with low vision or dyslexia. If the ElevenLabs or EasyReader's apps could have the same navigation functionality, I would probably use them for their better voices. I'm currently using my Siri voice in VDR, which is nowhere near as good as AI-based voices. I like VDR personally, but would love to know if an app that could streamline getting RNIB papers and magazines into my iPhone and read them out to me in a more natural way. Failing that, it would be great if RNIB could implement some sort of RSS feed system to automatically update to a feed reader. Until then, I will stick with what I know. I don't have any problems with speed or new bugs, but I have stopped updating the app since the uproar, just in case. Cheers, guys. Ian from Hull.
Thank you, Ian. Voice Dream Reader. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. It's something that I don't use, but I hear it's almost like over here we got Marmite. It's almost like people either love it or hate it.
Yeah.
So, it's good to get your take on that. I will say, of course, I think there was an update to EasyReader from Dolphin the other day on the iPhone. I don't know about on Windows, but I find EasyReader still very usable.
Well, the big update really for that was there was a little bit of a design refresh. Right. I don't think they used liquid glass. I think they've avoided that. Wow. It's never good around blind people. You don't want glass lying around.
Not liquid either.
No liquids either. No liquids
over.
Anywhere near glass. But they did fix a lot of the issues that they were having for people who were trying to log into the RNIB Reading Services account. That was pretty cool. I did also notice that now I can use the premium voices that I couldn't access before. So that's pretty cool. They've also added this new screen reader mode in, so you can actually use your screen reader voice to read. It's a slightly different mode. So it kind of
instead of the self-voicing reading out. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Didn't have that before.
I always get any app that's self-voicing always throws me. So, what do I do now? I'm so used to the screen reader. I mean, why not just keep using the screen reader?
And it seems to separate everything out into lines, so you can sort of very quickly navigate around via screen reader. But you can also just jump. You can stop and then find your place again. It's quite nice actually. I mean, I'm still kind of getting used to it, but I quite like the idea. I prefer the voices that are actually in there. I'd rather just set the voice off and let it read. Mm-hmm. And I quite enjoy that. And of course, I do like that you can jump by heading, so you can easily move from one article to the next. For me, it's about the newspaper reading. I love that, and I'm with you as well on this, Ian, because one of the things I think about a lot is when RNIB ages ago had the magazine feeds. I don't know if they still have them, but they used to have magazine feeds. You would get audio, which was spoken audio, so volunteers would read these articles. And that was great because you could put it into an RSS reader. It would have a username and password, which was your account username and password. And you could just, have your feed updated every day. But that seems to have gone away. I kind of wish they would do that with the newspaper articles as well. I feel that whole, it's funny because RNIB News Agent is what it's called, NFB Newsline in the States. And it's a different system over there. But the RNIB News Agent to me is one of those things that feels like it languishes a little bit. I mean, the website, the actual website for it is ancient. I mean, it's like, if you want to know what kids today, if you want to know what the internet used to look like, visit the RNIB News Agent, because there you go.
Internet archive.
Exactly.
It's awful.
It's the history.
I mean, I suppose the argument has always been like, plain websites are much easier for us to navigate. I don't think that's, it's definitely not the case anymore. I think there's no reason.
No, I don't feel it's because of that. I mean, they might use that as the excuse. I think it's just more a case of they just haven't got around to updating it.
Yeah.
And I think some investment needs to go into it because it's a really valuable service. I mean, the fact that you're able to get access to any newspaper in the UK at 6 a.m. every morning. Go get the papers, go read the papers. It's there every day. And it's fully accessible. It's a brilliant service, but the challenge has been actually accessing the materials. That's the bit that blows my mind. And I have said this so many times. The Victor Reader Stream 3, the RNIB newsagent should be part of that. It should be available on that, like NFB Newsline is. I mean, this is where, NFB Newsline, Bookshare, all these content providers, and I would say RNIB is a content provider in this case. These other organizations are making their materials available. The Bookshare, the NLS talking book service, I guess it's called Bard, I think in the US.
Yeah.
You've got CELA in Canada. They're all available. The Vision Australia one, it's all there as well. But getting access to this stuff on the Victor Reader, and I am picking a little bit on that device because a lot of people use it and love it. And this is not, and if you think writing to Humanware is going to solve this problem, it ain't. You've got to write to the provider to say, are you providing your content on this device?
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like calling Spotify and saying, hey, I can't find Double Tap. Well, Spotify are just going to say, well, you got to contact Double Tap then. It's nothing to do with us.
Spotify?
I think we're on Spotify. I'm using it as an example.
I want to be on Spotify.
Well, I think we are on Spotify. Well, we've started the whole thing. If we're not on Spotify, call Spotify. But demand it immediately.
I keep hearing adverts for ElevenReader from ElevenLabs.
ElevenLabs.
And that specifically mentions PDFs, and I don't think it mentions anything else in the adverts I've seen. But, I mean, I'm really tempted to try that purely down to the quality of, I think it says like 300 AI voices. It sounds amazing.
They've got a lot of cool voices on there. And I don't know how much of it is free.
No, I don't either. No.
Because I know with ElevenLabs, there are some free voices and they're very good, but, there's even more available. And
I don't know how much of this, when I'm talking about this app, is even accessible. I mean, I'm just saying I've heard adverts for it.
I've seen a few blind people in the community talking about it, so it doesn't sound like it's entirely inaccessible.
Right, good.
But, well, it's worth checking out, again, if you just want to have things read out. I mean, again, it's that thing of, I think about Scribe from Numa Solutions, and I think about that, and I mean, that's built for us. So I'm kind of tempted to go there first, you know what I mean? Because I know that it's going to work for me. And I know they're obviously developing that in a big way, because we obviously had Mike Calvo on recently talking about the update that's coming, where it's going to be available on Mac as well and Windows as an app. Yes. And it'll replace DocuScan, which is going to be very interesting to see how that works. And that's all going to work. Sometimes it's like, I was meeting someone the other week, and I had thinking about, when I come off the bus in town, I'm going to have to get, another bus from somewhere. So I'm on the Move app and I'm trying to work out where I would get the bus. And I thought, you know what? I'm just going to get a taxi. I'm just going to get a taxi.
I do that all the time.
I path of least resistance sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's not, and people it's cheating and you should use your own M. It's like, yeah, but you know what? Also, I just need to get somewhere.
Yeah.
I can be a hero another day. Today, I'll just get a taxi.
Well, yeah, but why is it doing it the other way make you a hero? It's just about getting from A to B, right? I don't think it matters.
Exactly. Well, that's the independence versus dependence argument, isn't it? But anyway, like I say, that's why I would look at something like Scribe, because I know it's built for me, path of least resistance for me, right? It's going to work. Yeah. I'm not going to worry about it. ElevenLabs, am I going to have to learn this whole new thing? Other parts of this website, you get up against it and then suddenly it's like, oh, that bit's not accessible. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might be wonderful. I honestly don't know. But let us know if you've been trying out ElevenReader. Cool story, and always interesting to know about what's happening with Voice Dream Reader, because of course there was a lot of controversy around that app for a while.